Okay, guys. So I'm going to be freestyling this, but I just wanted to kind of visually show, because I know I've done this before on some of my educational videos on YouTube where I showed like how I think, right? There was the Ryan video I did where I took 1 minute of gameplay and I like broke it down to where I think it ended up being like a 25-minute video of me explaining like step by step, like second by second of, okay, now I'm doing this. Now I'm doing this. Now I'm making this choice. Now I'm making this choice, right? Because that's what more seasoned players, more higher skilled players, that's what they're doing. That's why when you're a newer player or a lower skilled player and you post your content or whatever you're doing and people say, oh, your gameplay looks slower, it has less to do with your sensitivity. It doesn't mean that you just like to be a higher skill player. That means you have to be able to hit 180. You got to be flicking. You got to be doing this. You got to be zooming. Like no one needs to be able to tell what's on your screen at any time. No, it's about your choices, right? It's about your choices per action. That's something I mentioned and I want to like expound on, because when I watch gameplay from, lower tier people or, I think lower tier sounds bad, but y'all know what I mean, bro. Lower tier, lower skilled, newer, whatever you want to call it, right? You're not as experienced, okay? When I see gameplay from them, I can read instantly what they're thinking. And it's one choice at a time. It's, okay, now I'm shooting at this person. Nothing else exists. Okay, now I need to take cover. Nothing else exists. Oh, they ulted. Okay, I need to go over here, right? It's just one thought process at a time versus a higher skill player that goes, okay, I need to be positioned here. I need to take this angle. Can someone see me from the right? Can someone see me from the left? Okay, where are my supports at? Do I almost have my ult? What character am I playing? Does it add value if I take high ground? Those kind of thoughts are the thoughts that newer players don't have. Like, just to put it plain and simple, they don't think about how can I add value at any given moment. They're more so concerned with who's in front of me, who do I shoot? And that's as simple as it gets. So I'm going to go through some examples. We're going to break this down. I want to visually show y'all what that looks like, because of course, when you are in that position, you can't see it. There's a bell curve. Let me hold on. Let me find the picture of it. Hold on. Here we go. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's where the lower your time with something, the more experienced you think you are. And then as you spend more time actively learning, not just playing the game, not just wasting time, when you spend more time, and this is for life in general, right? When you spend more time doing something, you become aware of how bad you were, but you have to grow from that. Like, even from watching this video, by the end of it, a lot of y'all are starting out. Y'all are on the, y'all see number one, the Child's Hill. Y'all feel great. You're like, oh man, I'm so good. Like, I don't know why I'm in silver. I get 5Ks every single play. I don't know why I'm in bronze. I'm so good at the game, right? And because you're going to watch this video and learn, then you're going to go into the insecure canon, right? And that's when you go, oh, I'm not actually that good. I'm not. But you can't progress. You can't learn and get better until you are aware of how bad you are. That is what everyone goes through. That's what I've gone through. I'm going to show you in this very video that I've literally done that. And like game after the game, even though I've been playing games for years and years and years, right? I've been playing different, first person shooters. I've been on teams that wanted to go pro into esports, Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. I used to like compete in little tournament brackets, little things. And like I would, practice and learn routes and rotations and zones and line of sights and all that stuff. Even though I've done that, even though like I can say confidently I've always been good at first person shooters naturally, when it came to switching games, when it came to, okay, now I'm going from Call of Duty to Halo, now I'm going from Halo to Siege, now I'm going from Siege to, whatever else game was out that I was playing. Here was me, 46-7, but I'm gold. Here was me sitting here talking about, man, I'm so good. I don't know why. This is when I was hard stuck gold. This was when Mora first came out and everything. Hard stuck gold. I'm like, I don't get, why am I doing so? I don't get it. I don't get why I'm gold. I'm so good. I'm going 46-7. I'm so good. I'm going 50-9. I'm going 50-9. At this moment, you couldn't tell me nothing. Matter of fact, there was a short period where I did quit after being hard stuck gold because I'm like, man, I'm better than all these people. Even though I've never been higher than gold, I'm better than all these people. Man, I quit, right? But then I took a second to actually analyze my own gameplay. Here was my gameplay. Here was my 50-9 gameplay. I'm walking directly into a Moira ult. I'm just not being punished for very bad choices. I'm behind the whole enemy team. My team is nowhere in sight. I'm walking in the walls. I'm taking a second. I don't know which heal. I don't know where to aim. I don't know where. Look, I'm trying to get away. I'm walking in the walls. That's my 50-9 gameplay. I'm so good. I hope y'all are seeing the correlation, right? Because it feels good to do good and get good stats and stuff like that. But like, actually look at what is going on that is getting those stats. Versus, I come back a little bit later. I come back to Overwatch. I reanalyze. Look at the difference in choice making, right? Target prioritization, positioning. Look at how confident I am. At no point do I look lost. Do I look lost? Do it look like I don't know who I'm aiming at? Does it look like at any point I don't know? Oh, I'm not aware of who's behind me. No, I'm making all my choices. I see Zara shooting at me. I got out of the way. Boom, get her. Repositioning, retargeting, Now look at them side by side, right? Look at the amount of choices being made. Like there's just, it's very snappy. On the right side, it's like, okay, I'm going to shoot this. I'm going to throw this orb. I'm going to move here. I'm going to shoot this person. Versus on the left, I think I'm going to do this. Okay, I need to get away. Right now, I'm gonna show y'all this in real time. Right, I'm gonna show y'all one of Shat's clips. Right, and I'm gonna show y'all how this looks. Now, this applies to a lot of y'all. Okay. This is Shatman's clip, but we're not using this to mock. This is just a random clip out of the many that he sent, as many of clips that everyone else has sent. But this clip is literally of Shat killing 5 people. Like, gets a 5K, which is like, good job. Like, that's 5 real human beings that you beat, right? But then you take into context of the way you got there, right? The choices that you made, or the lack of choices that you made. And it's like, it's more or less to do with the choices you made, but it's like everything by happenstance. Okay, that is what happens a lot with lower elo players, where things pop off but by happenstance. But if you look at like your positioning, your decision making, your aim, I don't really like to track aim and stuff that much, but still, your aim, your target prioritization, is like, does it all line up? And in this clip, it doesn't. So look, like at any given point, you gotta ask, okay, what are you doing? Where are you going? Who are you, like, who are you looking at? Now, okay, now it's Bastion. Well, he's dead. I'm gonna shoot this guy. Well, he's gone. All right, I'm going to all right, I'm walking this way, and I'm gonna throw this here. He's full health, but let me heal him. And it's like, yeah, the ult worked, and you know, she has a great ult. You didn't do anything wrong by attacking this guy and stuff like that, but again, it was just by happenstance. You know, you didn't like outplay these guys, you didn't outposition. Like, they were just kind of there, available. And that's why I said, like, a lot of clips from lower elo, that's why it looks slower, because no one is making choices to counter other people's choices. It's just, everyone is just doing something. And if you're unfortunate enough to have someone behind you shooting at you, oh well, like, that's kind of how it is. It just feels like, oh, I guess I'm doing this now. Oh, well, I guess I'm over here now. Oh, I guess they just ulted. Oh, I guess I should ult too. It doesn't, there's no like pre-planning. Versus, we got Zaxi, right? Said this clip is in Masters, right? So just look at the amount of things. It's like, okay, like attack here, move here. He's playing cover, right? He's not just mindlessly charging out there trying to get a random charge. He's tracking where the enemies are. You can tell, right? You can see he's looking at the back line and not necessarily at the Ryan. Ryan comes close, he steps back a little bit. Ryan steps back a little bit, he pushes up. He tries to line up to get his ult here. Unfortunately, it got shielded off, but it doesn't pout about it. He keeps it going. He blocks that off. He keeps it here. Look, he stays inside. He doesn't mindly charge off, because to the right, he sees that the team is over there. He'll get shot in the back. He goes over there to get the hit off. He sees that McCree. He saw that. He pushed back, gets his shield up, gets out the way. Make sure his team dies, or one of the teammates died, but he makes sure a lot of them are up. Gets confident because that anti-nade, even though he just killed most of them, he still goes back to the point because he doesn't want them to contest, right? That was just, I could have slowed it down. Like, I could have paused it and been like, oh yeah, he made this choice and this choice and this choice. But you see, there's like an infinite amount, like just more choices being made. It wasn't that it was just some high level 2 million IQ. It's just more choices. That's why certain games look slow and certain games look fast. It's choices. Now here's a clip that you would say looks slow, right? But I'm going to explain what's going on. You can see, even though it looks slow, right? It's not a million choices being made. There are still deliberate choices, and you can't even argue and say like, oh no, that was on accident. Look, playing cover. Even though I'm a big tank, even though I have a big shield, I'm playing natural cover. I always do that. So I'm staying behind the robot. That's one. That's an intentional choice. You're gonna keep seeing me. I'll step in front of it a little bit, but I quickly get back behind it. Playing natural cover. That's what I was talking about. Positioning is like with lower elo. It's like everything's by happenstance. Y'all are just accidentally where y'all are. Y'all don't think about where y'all are. I'm throwing fire strikes at the back line. I'm rarely throwing fire strikes at where I see someone. I'm just throwing fire strikes where I think they should be. Now look here, I'm lining up my ult. At this point, I'm thinking about my ult. I'm looking at the back line. Like I said with Zaxi, I was like, I could tell he's looking at his back line and not at the tank. That's what you need to be doing when you're close to your ult, okay? So I'm doing that. I'm like, okay, I see how they're gonna be. They're gonna be more so to the right. Now this is where most of y'all will ult. This is where most of y'all will ult. Y'all will ult right here and be like, oh, I gotta say the Lucio. If I ult them, then they won't be able to shoot the Lucio. And y'all think that's a quick choice. But more intentional choice, I need to get the tank too. Let him get in front. Now I can do it. And that's intentional. Like you can't sit here and be like, oh, that wasn't it. Because I did it. Like I literally, as I said it, like, oh, I stopped. I stepped back, let him get in front. It was an intentional choice. Here's another thing. This is from console. Look, how many of y'all do things like this? Like ask yourself that. How many times in your games do you make plays? Like how often is it that you're just getting a bunch of kills versus making the play? Like to make the choice to remove one of their tanks. I mean, you know, imagine doing that now. You take their whole tank. To say like, oh, I'm not going to go for like this kill. I'm just going to try to remove him from his team. Like how many of y'all think like that? This is console. This might be plat or diamond. I don't know. The video's kind of cropped in, so I don't know. But again, it's not super. I mean, I got my ult in like 10 seconds. It wasn't super 10,000 IQ, but it's just choices. Look at this. Another clip. This was diamond. The choice being made. How many of y'all think outside the box like this? Use your ult to survive Diva's bomb. How many of y'all would have just tried to run and jump for cover, right? Okay, here's another clip, right? Not the super flashiest clip, but just look at the positioning, okay? I'm about to go in. I check behind me. I check behind me first to make sure no one's flanking. I'm pushing up, but I'm going to push more to the right side. So if the tank pushes in, at least I have that little cover, that little corner to the right to have some kind of cover. I'm not just standing in the middle of the open, okay? I'm pushing up. Now I'm not going to, look, watch this. That whole gap to the right, that doorway, I'm not going to blindly walk across without checking. Take a second, check. Now I can move up because I know where everyone is. She's coming in, I take a step back. Move to this corner, hug in this corner. I'm out the way. Now she can shoot at my tank. She's back distracted again. I come back out. Wait, boom. Soldier. Where do I go? Oh, let me go hug the corner, hug the wall. Don't stand in the open. He surprised me, but quick reaction. Now look, peek, peek, peek. Like you see, like every action was intentional. Like none of you can't say that was an accident. Just look, just watch it. Like you can see, like I literally stopped to do something. I stopped to check behind me. I stopped to check the corner. I stopped to get behind cover. That's why this looks sped up. It looks sped up only because I'm making so many choices and things are happening fast. But not only am I making choices, my enemies, they're also making choices. They're making a million choices. I'm making a million choices. So we're going back and forth, trading choices, trying to capitalize on each other's mistakes. So that's why more experienced players, that's why their clips look like there's more going on. It looks faster, it looks sped up versus, a newer player, it looks very slowed down because the amount of choices being made are higher and less. That has nothing to do with your IQ as a person. That has nothing to do with your intellect as a person. It doesn't mean you're stupid and failing your math test because you can't keep up with a million different characters on Overwatch. All it means is there's a difference between a higher skill player, more seasoned player, lower skill player, lower elo player, newer player. There's a difference. So y'all understand that. So I hope going forward, y'all can look at your gameplay and say, okay, was I making this choice? Was I trying to do this? Was I looking out for this? Because there's a million things to keep track of, right? And the more you play, the easier it get. The easier, like that clip I just showed with the Symmetra, I didn't have to think. I didn't have to say out loud, oh, wait. Let me check the corner. Wait. Let me take. I just did it. As I shoot at the Zarya, my muscle memory just kicks in and I just check. Right? You'll get there. So I just wanted to create a quick visual example so y'all could see. And you know what, before we go, let me show you one more thing. Let me show you that I've been implementing this for a while and that's why it works. So I'm going to show a console clip from Soldier. Hold on. All right, so this is me, right? Playing cover. Go in there. Don't go into the middle of the room. I play this little left wall. Peek. I peek. I shoot. I take cover. Look, playing this little pole. Line of sight. Keeping in mind of that. Going around that. How many of y'all would have taken the chance to jump off the edge around the corner? Right? Getting high ground. You're not supposed to ult while Diva's up, but I'm ulting past Diva. She's not in front of me. She can't contest me. That's one of those things. Like y'all would take the rule book and be like, oh, you're never supposed to ult a soldier when there's a Diva. Like there's exceptions to every rule. This is the final clip. This is Xbox Doom. But yeah, like, you know, just purposeful decisions. That's the whole point I'm trying to drive home. Making more purposeful decisions. And whatever you do, right? Just look up the Dunning-Kruger effect. Try to understand it. Try to self-reflect more. I think an issue with, you know, not just Overwatch, but in life, there's too many people that want to get to the next level without fully understanding where they are right now, right? You want to make it to whatever you want to do, you know, and you believe that you should truly just be plopped right into the position that you want to achieve, but you refuse to accept and acknowledge the position that you're in now, whether it's financially, whether it's spiritually, whether it's, you know, emotionally, you know. And in the case of Overwatch, you know, if you're bronze 4 and you've been bronze 4 for a while, you're not just going to wake up tomorrow and like snap your fingers and make it to, you know, diamond, you know. Like you can get lucky. There's certain things, like you can try to make a new account and they'll have a new MMR and you can play with friends and get placed higher or whatever, but that doesn't actually make you higher. Like you need to take the time to understand what it is in your day-to-day gameplay. And that's why even when I was talking about the VOD reviews, right? And I was saying I want to send VOD reviews, I don't care about your best game, like your best plays ever. Like, oh, this was best match ever. Like the things that you do on average, your habits that you do on average, whether good or bad, those are who you are. Those are what make you. Anyone on any day can pop off and accidentally make a bunch of shots. Anyone on any day can get lucky and win the lottery. But just because you won the lottery and became a billionaire, that doesn't give you the billionaire's mindset. You know what I'm saying? Just because you played Michael Jordan 101 and you landed 3 shots in a row, that doesn't make you better than Michael Jordan, right? But in reverse, just because you've been, you know, hard stuck, whatever you are, just because you've been stuck in bronze, silver, gold, or whatever, that doesn't mean you're going to stay there forever. The only way that you're going to change your situation is if you take actual steps towards change, if you make actual plans, if you take actual actions and strategy, you increase your choices, you increase your actions per minute. That's the only way you're going to get better, but you can't get better until you are aware that you are worse. So I hope that clarifies it. I don't know if I said this already. I don't know. But yeah, going forward, like in future streams and stuff like that, and in future videos, I will take the time to emphasize this more in different ways and to explain it more. But for right now, this is all I did. I just kind of threw this together. So yeah, I hope it makes sense. Anyway, yeah, watch some of the videos in the gaming Overwatch section, the gaming tutorial things. What is it? Gaming education. Watch some of the videos in the gaming education if you really do not understand some of the basics, positioning, angles, corners, how to rotate, things like that. Watch some of those videos. They'll help you out. They'll take you a long way. Yeah, I'm out.